12, and it matches up here, current inventory 12 for MX270. If we change one aspect of this, which is from was this a sell or not, and we say yes, we notice that the screens light up. Okay, a lot of different things happen. We get a overall monthly sales totals 1 for this particular item. We get not for this particular item, for all your items that you put here, how many items we sold for the month. We get the profit, revenue, all that information is generated, and most importantly, our inventory for this item is deducted. Okay, so it's deducted here, and it's deducted right there, and it's deducted here as well. So now we know, and it records this as being a sell. So now we know we have 11 of this particular item. Okay, if we go ahead on the next line and we say, okay, well, you know, I just got my shipment in, and this is MX270, and we didn't make a sell. We actually made a purchase, and we purchased 6 more of these items. So now what we have is the only thing that changes is the inventory. It went from 11 because we made a sell here to 17 because we added 6 more. 11 plus 6 is 17. So you get to see the gist of everything. Every time we have something in regards to this item, we can go ahead and make changes. The changes are made automatically into the worksheet, into the workbook. And again, just the information that's reflected, purchases are now 6 and inventory is now 17. So that works out pretty well, right? Okay. If just to show you again, if we say they accidentally set another package of 6, and was this a sale? We say no. And we got another package of 6. So now our inventory is 23, and our purchases for this item have been now it's at 12. So you get to see how that works. It works out pretty well, pretty easy. And let's go here. Remember the new item we just added, FTC D2. Again, we're going to put FTC D2. All the information is pre-populated. We're going to say we made a sell. And we're going to say we made this on eBay. Okay. Now, eBay, there's 3 choices, and you'll see that here. The choices are done with data validation. Quick programming note, version 2.0, which is designed to work with SharePoint and or Windows SkyDrive so that you can do online web app edits of Microsoft Excel, does not have data validation. It doesn't allow that feature to work online when you're doing online edits. So I had to take it out. It's a cool feature, and I hope that future versions of the online web app for Excel include data validation. I can understand them not wanting us to make changes to the data validation, but to actually use the data validation is very important, but it's not a feature in 2.0. So if you're actually looking for something that's better in version 1.0 than 2.0, it's data validation. If you're going to be using this workbook or worksheet 100% on your desktop and you don't have to worry about using an online service to edit the workbook or worksheet, then you don't have to worry about not using data validation. You can actually use it then. So we notice here, okay, we have 2 cells. Every time you make a cell, you can't put in here, did I make any sales for the day? Yes, I made 6. No, if you sell more than 1 item, you have to put that in separately. Now, in an ideal world, the program would do just that, in an ideal world. However, even with Google Merchant Services, they don't allow that. In fact, they want you to specify the variation. So the way we're going to use version 2.0 will make even more sense for this actual aspect of the way that you input your daily sales. Again, just to repeat, you must put in sales as a singular event. if you have one cell, if you sold 5 of these, you need to put MX270 in 5 times with the cell saying yes 5 times in order for this to work. It doesn't say, did you make a sale? Yes. What's the quantity? 6. That's not the way that this workbook works. So you have to do it as a singular event, and just keep that programming note in mind, and you'll see the flow of this will work pretty nicely. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of how the workbook works. If you notice here, when I go to master sales, eBay now has 1 cell that was created. Online has a total of 4, and for our store at Midtown, we have one cell listed there. If you notice that the overall monthly sales, you see January now has 2. The revenue is $62.58, and the overall profits are $33.59. I forgot to show you one thing. If you go back over to January, we can actually specify for that particular item what was there a discount applied. Maybe a discount was given. If so, we want to know. Okay, our worker, the person that rang up the cell, the person came with a 10% off card, and they got to take 10% off their order for this particular item. And so we go ahead and put in the 10% discount. So now you see the final price was adjusted to reflect that discount. So now the current inventory, everything is the same, but you'll notice that the revenue and the profits went down a little bit. So again, if we take that discount out of there and we put 0%, we notice that the revenues and profits are raised. So that's a very, very important feature that exists for this workbook, is the ability to add a discount for every line item of an item that we've sold to reflect that discount. So again, if we have 30% off or 0% off, all that information is reflected accurately in the final price of that item. And we just can go on and on and on, and for every month we have the same sell sheet that we'll use in order to reflect our sales information for a master sell sheet. And our inventory, you see how this integrates and works nicely with our workbook and our master inventory worksheet. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of how you use it. I've got to tell you all of the things that are must, things that you must do, things that you should not do. If you see a formula, don't erase it unless you really know what you're doing and how the formula works. If you really need to have something adjusted or a question, feel free to ask. But in general, take a hard look at what you need to input for your business, how you need to set it up, and pretty much this can be a working Excel workbook for you and your business, and hopefully you enjoy it. And the main reason why I did this was to advertise for our website, which is www.sobicouture.com, and also so that people would have an understanding of how to use this worksheet that I posted online at the eckwood.com shopping cart forum. So I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask. If there's, remember 2.0 is the real work of this video tutorial and what I'm going to be doing for my own site, for my live site, my live production. So stay tuned for that, and that's going to be a lot more information and a lot more understanding of how you can actually take all this information here and upload it right to Google Merchant Center. Thanks a lot, and hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.